Hello, hello. Yeah, from the pillbox yet again. As you can see, my studio is rather wet this morning. I wouldn't rather put my phone down. So we're going to go over to the other side, and we can. I just wanted to show you something actually. These here, look. I brought rubbish. Yeah, I'm going to tidy that up. I am going to tidy that up. Yeah, because we can't have our studio being a thing now. We've got water everywhere. So I'm going to have to do it like this, actually. Yes. Yes. Oh, that's all right. That works. Yeah. Good morning. I am rather moist. There's wetness abounds this morning. It's rather wet this morning. I've been away for the week working, and I brought a bag over here to pick up all the rubbish. There are two things that I think the death penalty should be reintroduced for. One of them is crimes against children, which is, I don't think there's redemption. Anybody who has the mentality to actually physically injure and hurt or a child, I think is irredeemable and should therefore be just taken outside of court and summarily executed. None of this sort of like appeals or anything like that. Bang, gone, you're gone. Right, okay, dealt with. Thing. And the other one is the most heinous crime of all. Littering. Littering shows another thing that there is no redemption on. You are actually literally willing to destroy the place where you live, or to at least, and that sort of thing. No other animal does it. They don't destroy their environment, and anybody who does things like that, I think we could stop littering at a scratch. Basically, just a few executions. That'd do it. So you've dropped that packet of fags, or you've dropped that rubbish down on there. Okay, right, bang, make an example of you all. Pop, you're gone. Do you think it'd be good job, good, and nobody dared drop litter then, wouldn't they? Like you said, you have to be tidy and clean from now on. Anyway, that's about it really for me. So, what a week! What a week! We started off with bonfire night, and those idiots burning that Grenfell effigy. It did make me think a bit about, there's just arseholes. There are real arseholes in the world, and they think they're being, I can't see how they can think they're being funny. They're absolute, it's just stupidity, and unpleasant stupidity as well. You find that, funny enough, thieves and things like that, low IQ and everything, they think, oh, I don't know, God knows. But it did make me think that when we were kids, we used to burn effigies. The guy, which is Guy Fawkes, who was a Catholic. So basically, we were burning Catholics every year, effigies of Catholics on the thing, which makes you think, really, that was all right. I don't know what the Catholics think about that, actually. It was all right to go and burn Catholics. So there's how times change, and then we had the American midterms. Wow, yeah, and that was a big huff and puff about absolutely nothing in the end, wasn't it? Really, and the Americans are still fighting, and I think the divisions over there are quite sort of like the schism in American politics is rather deep at the moment, and I don't know where that's all going to end up. But personally, I quite like Donald Trump. I think I don't care what you think about him. I don't think you know. And yes, and then there was on Thursday night there was a competition. The Britisher is a good. He's quite entertaining, very entertaining. Social commentary, slightly libertarian, and he does a competition, like sort of like a quiz, and it's quite entertaining, and and then after that Jordan Peterson was on Question Time, which I've yet to see because I don't have a telly. But I did get a running commentary on Twitter and everything like that when it was on. And I'm going to have to move my phone now because that is now sitting in a pool of water. There you go. Yeah, it's sitting in a pool of water. And because it's absolutely chucking it down today. Yeah, so Jordan Peterson. I mean, I did get one good thing. He did get to thing about common. He did get to say some stuff about the laws regulating speech in this country and how dangerous and how unprecedented it is at this current time. All right, speech can be egregious and horrible and things, but it's the, the crime is, or the effect of that is less than what happens when you actually limits people's ability to speak or police people's ability to speak. We should have the right to speak. I may not agree with a word you say. I may actually think you're detestable. I may think like that, but I will defend your right to speak. I will defend your right to say what you think. And also, let's face it, when people say things that are not pleasant to listen to or are sort of like hateful and horrible and everything like that, at least you know where you stand with them. I mean, otherwise, if they could be thinking these things and they could be, and we wouldn't know because they wouldn't be able to utter them. And one of the things that the human conditions is when you sort of like limit free speech, well, you've got to realise our whole society was built upon the ability to think, and human beings. Here goes my glasses. I can see again. Human beings actually we think via the speaking. I'm doing it now. My brain is trying to think one step ahead as we're talking, and we all do it when we're having a conversation and everything like that. And that's how human beings think. And if we limit the way we can think, we're going to limit the way we can our society, and our society is just going to sort of like dissolve descend into sort of like a really really mundane, boring, you know, cultureless society because you can't think. Anyway, I'm going to clear up all the rubbish in here. There's another one down there by my feet. Look at this. And if I find the scumbags that left all this in here, I think I'll summarily execute them myself. Have a good weekend, have a good week, and I will see you again from the pillbox.